Yes, it's Thursday. It's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. What are you thankful for? This Thursday, I'm thankful for intentionality. Yes, to be intentional. What is your intent? Meaning that you're doing something on purpose or deliberate. Meaning that you set out to do something and here is the purpose that you're doing it for. I'm thankful for this statement, or I'm thankful for this characteristic, is because when you start to live your life with intent and be deliberate or have a purpose of what you start to do, all of your actions start to add up for it. Think about this. If you're setting out to do a run in the morning, if you was to start to put your tennis out and you put your workout clothes out the night before, so when you get out of the bed and the alarm gets on and you see those stuff, what starts to kick in is, hey, I was supposed to do a run. You start to put those things on. If you want to eat properly and you start to meal prep for the week, or you prep the day before, what happens is the intent now becomes strengthened because you've done activities that has added to this purpose as to what you're trying to accomplish. To be intentional, it starts to add, and it also is accompanied and supported by the discipline that you put inside yourself. As you start to write plans and to create to-do lists, you start to see that your life is a lot more intentional, because those lists determine what you can do and can't do. And what they create for you is boundaries. When it doesn't add up or it doesn't calculate to that end result, to the intent that you're trying to accomplish, you have no problem with saying, no, I'm not going that way, so I can't take you on that way. Can't take on that ride, I can't take on that party, because that's not in alignment with the intent of what I'm trying to accomplish. Intent is looked down so much because a lot of people feel as though they can be overpowered by the environment and other variables around them. And they're so correct, because sometimes your intent isn't properly planned out and it isn't properly laid out for you. Sometimes you have to write it down, put it in a piece of paper in front of you, and just stick it where you get out of bed. The first thing is, here's your intent on what you're working on today. What is your plan? What is your to-do list? What are you trying to accomplish? What is the big goals? What are the smaller goals? Those midway goals. What is the intent for your life? What is the purpose? What you're living for? When we look at people who are notable in sports, in cultural, in politics, all around us, we can think of names. And we can think about some people that's been in the sports arena from they were in Little League and they grew up in high school and they just went on, and their names has been ringing ever since. We can think about people who've been playing a particular sport, and automatically when you mention their name, that sport and their accomplishments come up. When you think about politicians or people of cultural icons or people who have went on to invent and been successful in businesses and entrepreneurship, and you start to peel back the layers of their lives, you start to see that they always had some type of discipline that was intentional to getting them to that end result that we know them for. Guess what? You're no different. When you die, there's some traits that people are going to realize that he was always involved with that, or she always was doing this, and she always is doing that. And for some people, the pastor would only be able to say, well, I know his mom, or I know his dad, because really, they weren't known for anything intentional. Don't be like that person. Every day, you have a different blank page for you to write out your intent and to be purposeful and deliberate in the actions that you take to accomplish that goal. Yes, it's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. Remember, you can have the life you want. It's just up to you to create it. Go out there and be intentional.